Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about an update on the Atlantic hurricane season and really worldwide. Now, let's go and start off with worldwide activity, and we can see 98p Invest is the only one thing that is in the whole world right now, and it probably won't form into anything because maximum wind is 15 knots, minimum central pressure is 1010, and it's been weakening substantially in the past few days. Now, let's go into the Atlantic side of things real quick, and this is 12Z May 2nd, and we can see it is heading into a slight positive phase right now, but as we will see later, some models and most models predicted this to happen, but we'll see what happens next. And really, this means that 3.4 index region is where what matters. So basically, if it's on the negatives, like you see negative 0, let's go and get my marker out. You see negative 0.003. We want that to be farther negative for the Atlantic to be more active. But if you want the Atlantic to be less active, you want that to be positive. And it is going positive, but as you will see in the models, it will go down again, as the models will expect. Now, here's the temperatures compared to average. Just kidding, 7-day change. So this is the 7-day change, and we can see pretty substantial warming down in the tropical Atlantic and in the MDR, around neutral, but that doesn't really start heating up until late May into early June, and it doesn't really start to form things until July. Now we can see the East Coast around neutral, warm pockets and cold pockets of 7-day change, and we can see the general mid-Atlantic as a whole just neutral, maybe slight warming. Now, as we can see the actual temperatures in the Western Atlantic, we can see this is the best for tropical development, what I'm outlining here. Tropical development can happen in these waters, but there are still other factors to go in, like shear and dry air, but I'm outlining it right now. Tropical storms and hurricanes can form in this area, and this area here, which is extremely warm, here, this area I'm outlining, these could support major hurricanes now. Pretty major hurricanes. Let's go and outline another one there, and then another one here, another pocket there. So there's still a good bit that can support major hurricanes, but still we have shear and I forgot what it's called, that brings tropical waves off the coast of Africa. When that comes around, which it will be around mid-August or the beginning of August, that will really start to develop hurricanes, and the shear has to be down and the dry air. Now we can see the actual sea surface temperatures compared to normal, and my gosh, we can see extremely warm in the Atlantic, except the MDR, which is around neutral. Now we can see otherwise very, very warm in the Atlantic. Western Atlantic has warmed substantially in the past few days. Well, not substantially, but it has warmed compared to the below average it was. Now we can see just a general very warm look to the Atlantic, and this is a very bad look for tropical storms, because this really matters in the fact that this could be a very active year. Even though we have a neutral or slight La Nina phase expected, doesn't mean we can't have extreme hurricanes. Now, if we go to sea surface temperatures around the globe, we can see in the Indian Ocean and the Eastern Pacific and Central Pacific and Western Pacific still very warm, as always, and we can see pretty warm into the Eastern Pacific too. We may have some development this year, as we saw last year, but not as much. Now these are the models that showed that. Look, we can see it expected it to go up then go down. And as you saw the outline there, this is going to be the main area, the main hurricane season. We can see neutral to slight La Nina as we head into that part of the season. Now here's the Gulf sea surface temperatures, and we can see very warm look to the Gulf as always. As always, the Gulf can support all tropical development. Nearly all year round. You can see a little cold pocket there, but nothing much. And since it is so warm here, this will also trigger severe weather. It will pull up warm moisture because the high is bringing moisture in. The high, like up here, is bringing moisture in, and that is what causing all that severe weather. Now, let's go ahead and move on to my outlook. My outlook has changed a little bit. Don't worry, it's the best. It's hand drawn. But we can see in around the, where the Bermuda high sits, we can see around average activity, which it'll probably stay average because usually hurricanes don't go around there. So I'm going to predict average. East Coast, average to maybe slightly above average. And then Gulf above average, Caribbean above average. MDR, I don't think will be too active this season, but we'll do slightly above average. And I think the Bahamas this year will be very above average because as it looks as of right now, hurricanes will really head into this area this year. And we can see slight Gulf in that. Bahamas is really in the deep of that, and so is the Caribbean. But I really think that they won't start get going up until here. Now, that could be very bad for Florida, so it could be a very bad year for Florida, and they could be hit by many tropical storms, depressions, and hurricanes. Now, our last part of the video, let's look at the models. There's nothing really to look at except severe weather, so I am just going to show you guys that we can see at the latest part of the model, which probably won't happen, we can see maybe a subtropical storm here. It will likely not happen, but as we can see throughout the model, we can see like a lot of the MDR starting to get active as we head into the end of the model run, which is around May 18th, which is very far out. So yeah, that is basically it for the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.